Hey folks, just a quick word about the video today. At some point, I turned the air conditioner and the fan on, and I don't know if the mic was only picking that up or what the deal was if the mic shut off. There is a point where the audio just goes south. I apologize for that. Like I said, I don't know if the mic went out or if it's just picking up those sounds, but bear with me. You can still hear, but it's loud. So anyway, on to the video. Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a little bit. I appreciate it. So what are we building today? Well, I know what I'm building, but I don't have a plan. So we're going to see what happens with that. I have some very rough drawings. It's kind of weird for me because we planted tomato plants. You all saw that. That was a nightmare. But down here in the Carolinas, tomatoes are already turning red. And for a Pennsylvania boy, that's unusual, and I don't know what to do about it. Pick them, right? Pick them. That's what we got to do. And the old wifey poo, she goes up to the garden bed there to pick tomatoes. She finds every bucket, every Tupperware bowl, everything. So what I want to do is build I guess a garden basket. I don't know, about that long, about that deep, with a handle, and she can pick stuff and put it in there and carry it down, and in that way I can keep the Tupperware where Tupperware goes. It's important. So I have some leftover fence picket scraps, and I have two more up there, but I don't think I'm going to need them. These are scraps from the birdhouses. I said I was going to keep them. I'd build something out of them. And so I'm going to build the basket out of this because it will be, while it'll be under cover, it will be sitting outside. And this weathers really well. So that's the plan. First thing I got to do is cut 3 pieces to the correct size, and I'll basically we're going to switch places here. You're coming over here, and then I'm going over there. What are you waiting on? I'll move you. So all of my pieces are going to be 11 inches wide, and then, or 11 inches long. The basket's going to be 11 inches wide. I need to cut these to 11 inches. And then 2 of them are going to be at 3.5, and 1 of them is going to be at 5.5, which is a standard width of a picket. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get those knocked out real quick. I got the old miter gauge here. I didn't want you there. You gotta come back up here. I ordered a new miter gauge. We're going to see how that works out. In fact, I ordered a couple things, actually, from a website that's questionable. It's orange. It's from a foreign land. That stuff comes in, I'll let you know. But I may already be feeling the repercussions of it because I got hacked. So that's what happens, I guess. Excuse me. So I'm just going to cut these up real quick. So as you saw there, I had a little change of plans. Instead of the miter gauge, I went with the sled because I think it would have been straighter and better, and I can get them all the same. 3.5 is going to be my width for 2 of these. Back to the table saw. That's never happened before. Okay, let me get you all caught up here. I don't know what that means. What I have is 14 what I'll call slats. I just arbitrarily cut them at 3/4 of an inch. That's what's going to line the basket. That's what's going to make the basket. But I need to get them all the same size. So what I've done is I've stacked them 7 and 7, and I wrap some tape around them. And we're going to cut all 14 of them at one time. These are the things I come up with in my head, folks. We're going to raise this blade up dangerously high. Something like that, sure. Certainly going to have safety glasses. So the basket is essentially going to be 2 ends with a centerpiece, and I need to cut a handle in the centerpiece. So I did some experimenting with a hole, and that's just too big. No, too big. So what I did was I got some MDF that I got, 1/4 inch, and I cut out a little template that I like the size, it fits well, and I've drawn that in. Now all I gotta do is drill it out and use my sketchy saw here and see if I can actually get it to work. It's not very successful usually. And then once we're done with that, I might shape this a little bit. Judgment call. I told you I didn't have plans. And we'll see how that goes, or if I even do it. Depends on how the jigsaw goes. I bought this jigsaw in a pawn shop in Wheeling, West Virginia. I was on a job site. There was 3 of us on 3 different job sites. My job site didn't have a saw. So I went to a pawn shop in Wheeling, West Virginia, and I think I paid $15 for this, and it cuts like a $15 jigsaw. So we're going to see how it works. Aside from the fact that it looks like a beaver chewed that out, it'll be fine. It's like a sandpaper, right? Okay, with everything cut, now it's time to put it together. This is pretty simple. I'm going to use some glue, Type Bond 3. I've gotten to the point where this is just what I use for everything. That way there's no mistakes. I'm going to glue the slats because they're going to be separated about a 1/4 inch. I don't want to glue the whole side of it. So in my head, I feel like this is the way to do it. And I'm going to shoot it with brad nail. Now, the shortest brad nails I have are 1 1/4 inch, which is probably kind of more than what we need, but that's what we got. Let's just go ahead and pull that one out. So that's the process. Glue and nail, glue and nail, glue and nail. You know what I mean. I'm just going to eyeball this on the sides. Approximately 3/4 in between is the way mine's working out. And if you use approximates, then you can't be wrong. I'm just going to hit it real quick with the sander. All done. So there you go. Simple garden basket. Someone said baskets are hot right now. I don't know. You know me, I don't sell my stuff, but I mean, if you make baskets, you could sell them, I guess. I don't know. This one's 22 inches this way and 11 inches that way. And it's, you can see, we can fit some stuff in there. That's a zucchini back there, for crying out loud. And I'll give you a quick look at the handle. So the handle is what sticks up. That's why you need the extra couple of inches there. Handle's cut out. I did do some shaping on there and a lot of sanding, but I didn't do a lot of sanding. This is a rough piece. It's for going out in the garden. You don't have to put a whole lot of thought into sanding or anything like that. I made this out of a cedar fence picket. I didn't pay attention to how many it would take. I was using up all my scraps, I'm sorry. But you know how cheap they are. And some glue and some 1 1/4 brad nails. Don't nail it to your bench like I did. But other than that, it's a pretty simple build. Probably if I wasn't filming it, would have taken me an hour to an hour and a half. But anyway, hey, thanks for coming by and hanging out with me for a little bit. I greatly appreciate it. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It ain't gonna hurt you none. You just hit the button, it ain't no big deal. There's a bell, I don't know, do some of that stuff. I don't really care, to be honest with you. But in the meantime, God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one.